Good morning, everybody. 9 a.m. on this Monday, 30 degrees out there. Thanks for tuning in to Daybreak on WGRZ Plus, where we're streaming through 9:30 this morning. Patrick, lots of sunshine out there right now, which is nice since it is kind of chilly.
It's a chilly sunshine, but we'll take it. It feels good. Good morning. Nice to be here on a Victory Monday, right, Melissa?
Yeah, it's a great Victory Monday. We didn't really know whether it was going to be Victory Monday until the last couple minutes of the game, but it certainly feels nice and not a lot of time to relish in that victory as we have to prepare. Bills Mafia mentally has to prepare for Houston on Thursday night.
It's coming up. Yeah, it went from Victory Monday to at times, what the heck was that Monday?
Yeah.
I
know that beginning drive with Josh and the pick and
there was a moment where you felt like, okay, we might not even make the playoffs.
Right, what is happening here?
What is happening? And then it was just like, okay, let Josh loose, back to normal. You know, everything in the world is fine.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, they have a big game coming up, a big division game, by the way, Thursday.
Yeah, and we talked to Vic Caruccia all about it live at 6 a.m. on Daybreak this morning. We'll replay that for you coming up in a few minutes right here on Daybreak.
Words of wisdom from Uncle Vic. We can't wait. All right, it is a quiet morning. Yes, the sun is out. A little more sunshine. The clouds will come and go today with temperatures climbing into the upper 30s, I would say, is where we're going to kind of top out today. As you can see, 37 to 38. A light wind, but it will get a little breezier. We're going to see westerly winds 10 to 20, gusting to near 30 miles an hour. Still a stream of snow down in Erie, Pennsylvania, kind of flirting with western Chautauqua County, Findlay Lake and French Creek. Ripley, some snow showers up towards Syracuse too. This afternoon we'll kind of be in and out of clouds, numbers in the 30s with some of that snow shower activity continuing for Chautauqua County. Then for tomorrow morning, a chilly one, could be one of the colder mornings, lots of 20s, everyone below freezing with a somewhat decent afternoon. We'll call it partly sunny skies with temperatures into the low 40s. Okay, long range forecast, a pretty quiet week ahead, 40s on Wednesday and Friday, Thursday rather, then on Friday up into the 50s with a chance of a little bit of light rain. We'll take a look. You know, all in all, between now and Thanksgiving, the weather looks fairly tame. It's after that, then things begin to rock and roll winter-wise, we think, Melissa. But that's still way down the road. All in all, pretty decent day today.
The weather beginning to rock and roll. That makes it sound so nice.
Rock and roll like winter might start cranking up in the weeks ahead, yeah.
Okay, Patrick, thanks. Well, first this morning, 5 different fire companies battled a fire that spread to several buildings last night on a farm in Niagara County. According to the Niagara County Sheriff's Office, the fire broke out right around 8 o'clock last night on Lockport Road in Wheatfield. A barn fire spread to other buildings, all of which were fully engulfed when first responders arrived. One barn was a total loss. A cow was also killed in the fire. The cause of the fire is under investigation. And we have an update this morning to a story that we told you about last week when dozens gathered on Elmwood Avenue protesting U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. ICE has now confirmed that agents arrested 4 people who they say were illegally in the country. And this is video from Thursday's protest outside Aguacate's Bar and Grill. In a statement to Two on Your Side, an ICE spokesperson says that the group of 4 tried to run away using, quote, evasive maneuvers that put the public and themselves in danger. 2 people from Mexico and 2 from Guatemala were taken into custody. They're being held this morning at the federal detention facility in Batavia. Aguacate shared on Facebook that it is now closed without a reason or a timetable for reopening. ICE says that it is committed to protecting workers' rights and enforcing labor and immigration laws. Buffalo Common Council Majority Leader Leah Halton Pope, though, responded to the arrests, saying in part, quote, Buffalo is the city of good neighbors and a nation of immigrants. Raids that tear parents from children, workers from jobs, and neighbors from neighborhoods do not make us safer nor stronger, end quote. And you can read her full statement as well as a statement from ICE on our website, WGRZ.com. Police continue their search for these young vandals who damaged the terrace at Delaware Park. Take a look. This was surveillance video shared with us last month. We're not showing their faces because no one's been charged, and obviously because of their ages. But according to the terrace at Delaware Park management, This is just one of several incidents involving about 4 to 6 children who came to the terrace and vandalized it, causing thousands of dollars in damage. The terrace has increased security as police continue their investigation.
They have a good idea who the perpetrators are. They're, creating, damage and havoc in other, parts of the city, not just at the terrace. So, the police, the community, and us are looking forward to putting an end to that.
And we will be sure to update you as we learn more about that investigation. With temperatures dropping across Western New York, the Western New York Coalition for the Homeless is preparing for the colder months. The group has unveiled its Code Blue plan for the season. The coalition named the city of Buffalo, the Buffalo City Mission, as the lead agency. This winter, both the overnight shelter and daytime warming center will be located at the City Mission on East Tupper Street, providing shelter, meals, and transportation to people experiencing homelessness.
A warming center will be open daily here at 100 East Tupper every single day through the season from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. And on nights when Code Blue is activated, we will remain open for nightly shelter. Every day, breakfast will be served from 7 to 8, lunch will be served from 11 to 12, and dinner will be served from 5 to 6.
And if you or anyone you know is experiencing homelessness, you can find details on how to get help on our website, WGRZ.com. Looking ahead to stories happening today, there will be a court hearing very shortly for a Lancaster man who made headlines back in September. If you remember, we showed you this viral road rage video of Justin Goodrich. It shows him yelling profanity and racial slurs at a woman on Union Road in Cheektowaga. She followed him to his home. Investigators say it all started when he apparently reached into the woman's passenger side window and grabbed a child by the shirt collar, leaving a scratch. Goodrich's hearing is scheduled for just about 20 minutes from now at 9:30 this morning. He faces a number of charges that could land him with a 4-year prison sentence. And Erie County leaders will try to get on the same page when it comes to next year's budget. County Executive Mark Poloncarz is proposing a spending plan that exceeds $2 billion. Comptroller Kevin Hardwick is questioning the plan, though, saying it contains several long-term financial risks. Today's meeting is scheduled for 6 p.m. Hamburg Fairgrounds getting ready to light up the holidays with the 21st Annual Festival of Lights. Tickets are now on sale ahead of the opening night next Friday, November 28th. This year, you can expect plenty of new displays, plus a new Pixel light show set to a Christmas soundtrack. The festival runs select nights through the end of December. Tickets are sold by the carload on the Fairgrounds website. And stay with us. We're going to take a quick break and we will talk bills coming up right after. Stay with us. Welcome back. It is 9:10, 33 degrees, and yeah, it wasn't perfect, but the Bills are back in the win column, beating the Bucs 44-32. What did you call it? Scoregami?
It's a scoregami. That is a score that has never appeared in an NFL game.
We had one of those earlier this year, too.
No. Oh, yeah. Oh, a scoregami?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not many left.
Right. It's when you score so high that they're...
Right. You get a little bit more opportunity. But, yeah, it was a fun game, and lots of wailing and gnashing of teeth as we were watching.
If that's what you call fun, I don't want to know what a really bad time is.
You know what I want?
Too stressful.
I want to watch a Bills game and relax and enjoy. I would like a blowout. I would like a 3-touchdown victory so you can just enjoy.
Right.
Instead, you're like,
Yeah. Right. Got to pay attention to every single play here. But Josh Allen certainly helped to lead the way. And he was like Superman yesterday. It was great. NFL insider Vic Carucci joined us earlier on Daybreak to talk about Josh's performance and much more.
Yeah, you referred to him putting on that cape. Well, the cape wasn't quite, fitting too well initially because you saw his first throw of the game incomplete. The second one, a chest pass that he tried from the end zone, and that gets picked off and leads to a field goal. So it got off to this rocky start. Then the 4th down interception that he had late in the first half. But from there on, it turned into Josh Allen, like you said, the Superman putting the team on his back, 317 passing yards, throws for 3 touchdowns, runs for 3 touchdowns, 3rd time in his career. He does that, makes history. And really, that's the guy we knew, right? Or that's the guy we thought would be here for most of the season. And honestly, it's the first full Josh Allen game MVP style that we've seen beyond the fourth quarter of that opener against Baltimore.
Yeah, and Vic, you mentioned the 317 yards passing. Josh is only one half of the equation for the passing game. Yesterday really was a big shakeup for the receiving corps, and they totally responded, right?
Yeah, totally. You're right. And that is a big part of this. You saw the improvisational plays that came about, which is kind of interesting considering, Gabe Davis isn't a true newcomer. He's been on this team and he knows Josh, but he is new returning to the situation after a major knee injury that he suffered when he was in Jacksonville. Having Josh Palmer back from injury was a big thing. They added Mecole Hardman. He's a newcomer, but mostly in the return game, and he got things sparked with a 61-yard kickoff return. Also is dealing with a calf injury. We'll see where that goes. But Tyrell Shavers, who you really hadn't seen much of in terms of his production, he gets that big 43-yard touchdown. The running backs got involved in the passing game. This is a big, I think, plus for the job Joe Brady did as offensive coordinator. James Cook getting in there and getting a touchdown, 25 yards. And then, of course, Ty Johnson having a big day, 52-yard touchdown for those routes that you just hadn't seen enough of for the running backs. But that was an area to exploit with the Buccaneers. They are not very good in covering running backs or even tight ends.
Yeah, and that addressed that torrent of a pass rush we saw in the first couple series. But let's talk the other side of the ball. Same troubles for the defense. They just could not stop the running game.
Yeah, this is the constant, right? We've seen too many running backs and name backs. I mean, guys whose names you recognize. You didn't really recognize Sean Tucker's name for the Buccaneers. And, this was an undrafted player from Syracuse University, and they made him look like Walter Payton. I mean, it was unbelievable how he was just carving through that defense. I shouldn't say unbelievable. I guess it's believable because we've seen it repeatedly. So this is something that has to get resolved, and I don't think it's going to happen during the season. And probably, guys, the solution is going to be just doing what they did offensively, having Josh be the hero and producing a lot of points.
Yeah, we need to see that hero again in just a few days. Vic, I feel like we're just exhaling from this game, and now already the team has to turn around and head to Houston for this Thursday night game. What needs to happen between now and then in order to beat Houston?
Yeah, the preparation turnaround is fast. As I was leaving Highmark Stadium to go to the parking lot, the lights are all on in the offices there. The coaches were starting to get to work to prepare for this game. They've already had a game plan in place. That's how you do this for Thursday night games. But what has to happen is they've got to deal with another run game that they can't let dominate them, and that's going to be challenge one. Challenge two, dealing with a very tough Texans defense and doing this on the road. And, we know that this team has had its problems there. Honestly, of the two games they're playing in this short window, yesterday's and Thursday's, this is the more critical. It's an AFC game, and from a tie-breaking standpoint, playoff implications, got to win this one.
I feel like every game from now through the end of the season is a must-win.
No doubt.
Feels that way. All right.
So what do we know about Houston? I think their backup quarterback is playing.
Right.
C.J. Stroud may return, maybe not.
Because he has a concussion.
But we lost to them last year in Houston. So I just don't know what's the big thing about Houston we got to worry about.
I don't know that either.
They have a very good defense and a good running game.
Milton, thank you.
Thank you, Milton.
You sound so smart when you have the info fed in our ear. No, I have no idea. I really don't. And just because we lost to them last year, just like the Bills, you have no idea what you're going to get this year.
Right.
And they don't know what they're going to get with the Bills either. Imagine prepping for this Bills team.
Right.
You have no idea what you're going to get from game to game.
Well, it's nice to know that we're a little more two-dimensional now. It's like, we're not just going to run the ball now. if that Josh Allen shows up, how are we going to protect the run and him?
Right.
So, but they have a good defense, I am told.
Yes. Now the question is, will Keon Coleman play on Thursday?
Yeah. I guess it depends on McCole Hardman. I guess he had an injury.
He had a calf injury,
Right.
but no, Keon Coleman was out because he was a healthy scratch.
No, I know, but if McCole Hardman's out, maybe that would make...
Right. So he was only a healthy scratch because he missed a team meeting or he was late to it. And so he was being punished. This was disciplinary action on the part of the coach. And left tackle Deion Dawkins was asked about Coleman after yesterday's game.
I already spoke to him. When I spoke to Keon before in this game, and I told him, I said, bro, look, don't even worry about it. Everybody goes through a different journey, right? Let's just say that this is the last time, and let's just move forward. And he said, I'm with you. That's all and we need, right? Like, nobody's perfect, but in this league, we need guys to come on. And Keon knows, right? Now he's in the hot seat, and he needs to come on and show up for us. Pat's on the back or over with, and it's time for him to grow up, and he knows it. And as an older player on the team, we hold everybody accountable, and we shoot straight. We don't sugarcoat it, and the words were said to him, and he took it well. And we'll see how it goes in this week. But like I said in the beginning of the season, I'm in Keon's corner, man. Like, this league is hard. Being on time is hard. Being great is hard. Pushing for greatness is hard. So we got his back, but the time is now for Keon to come on.
I have so much to unpack here. First of all, I love Deion Dawkins, and he was in dad mode there. And
he's been very
that.
supportive of Keon, even from training camp days.
Right.
But
one thing I disagree with is it's hard to be on time.
Right.
No, it's not.
8 o'clock, be
Right.
there.
We get up at 2 o'clock in the morning every day to come to this shift, and we make it on time. Those meetings are 8:30, 10 o'clock. I mean, they're not asking these guys to get up in the middle of the night to go to the meeting. And when you are so inconsistent on the field, like Keon Coleman is, you better be 100% or give 150% off the field and show that you're dedicated and show that you want to be here and show that you want to be better. So, yeah. I mean, this is the third time. And so the first time it was he sat for a series, and the second time first time he sat for a quarter, second time he sat for a series, third time he's out for the game. What happens next? Who knows? But hopefully there isn't.
And you got a guy like Shavers who's been working his tail off, practice squad year after year. He gets an opportunity and he kind of shines. It's like, dude, you know?
Yeah.
Don't let these little discipline things get in the way of your
And what a
growth.
disappointment, because everyone remembers the first press conference with Deion Dawkins, or with Keon Coleman, and how lovable he was, and the yellow puffer jacket and the cookies and joking, and you just loved his personality so much when he had that first interview with the media. But at that interview, I will never forget, Patrick and we said to each other, you hope he's as good on the field as he is off the field. You love the way his personality and how he jokes with the media. But then he didn't deliver on the field, and now he's not delivering behind the scenes either, and he's showing up late to meetings. So obviously the coaches have a lot to figure out with Keon Coleman.
Well,
I
like what Deion said. He goes, the pats in the back are over. You're no longer the number 2 draft pick or number 1 draft pick. You know, now it's time to show up, and maybe he'll hear it. We'll see. I did like the fact that he did talk. He didn't like shy away from the media yesterday. He kind of addressed it.
Kind of had to.
Yeah, that would be a bad look. If
Yes.
you're like, yeah.
Okay, we've got some more coming up after the break. Stick around. Welcome back. We have an update on a story that we have been following closely. North Tonawanda High School student, 17-year-old Meredith Roberts, underwent surgery for a liver transplant on Saturday and is now in recovery in Pittsburgh. I actually spoke with her mom yesterday morning, who said the procedure went perfectly, as the doctor said. Meredith went into sudden liver failure and urgently needed a transplant. And her mom told me that doctors were really pleased with how she's responding and that Meredith is now taking the first steps toward recovery.
The liver that Meredith received was a cadaver liver, so it is someone that has passed away, and their family made this incredible decision to honor their lived one and let their loved one live on in other people.
Yeah, what an incredible decision from that family to allow their loved one who passed to be a an organ donor, but more than 600 people had stepped forward to apply to be a living donor for Meredith, which was really overwhelming to the family also. Yeah, so what happened was the mom has been posting updates about Meredith on social media. So I came into work yesterday, I was filling in for Rob Hackford, and I saw the post about that Meredith actually had the transplant. And so I wrote the mom, wrote Sarah on social media and said, can I do a quick interview with you? So she had been up all night waiting for her daughter to come out of the surgery, and her daughter did really, really well. And so she was up and she's like, yep, let me call you. So she talked to me from the hospital. And let me fill you in on a couple of things. She said that this donor family, they have yet to know who the donor family is, but she couldn't be more grateful for this donor family for making that decision, as they, you know, their hearts are broken that they lost a loved one, but they allowed that loved one to give their donations. And so that donation came within hours to Pittsburgh. And she said Meredith's liver, the doctors took images of what Meredith's liver looked like and what the new liver looked like. And it was night and day how healthy this new one was. They said that Meredith did so well in the surgery because she was so healthy. She was this swimmer and her entire body was healthy except for her liver. They believe that she has something called Wilson's disease, which is a genetic disease affecting 1 in 40,000 people. Mom has to be a carrier, dad has to be a carrier. It doesn't actually show up in a patient until it's too late. And that's usually in the teens and 20s when it shows up as a symptom. And a perfectly healthy child can all of a sudden, or young person, can all of a sudden go into liver failure. They might need a transplant in 3 months, they might need a transplant in 3 years, but they will need a liver transplant. Meredith was moved up to 1A because she needed it immediately. So even though they had living donors come forward, it takes a while for a living donor to be able to get their body ready to give their liver. So that's why the cadaver liver was needed so desperately. And Meredith was at the top of the list as needing it because she would not have survived if she didn't get this liver. So the message is organ donation in general, whether you want to be a living donor or whether you check it on your driver's license to be a living donor or to be a donor if you pass. It's, you know, giving the gift of life. And actually later this month, right, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, I'll be sharing the story of another young woman who just so happened to have Wilson's disease. And she had a liver transplant 12 years ago. Now she's living a healthy life and she is giving back to the community and inspiring other young people by being a basketball coach. She was also a collegiate athlete. And so her story is so inspiring. And it, you know, is very coincidental that she also has Wilson disease or had it. And her family has reached out to Meredith's family to say, we've been through this, we know what you're going through, let me help you through this process if you'd like it. So it's really great to be able to connect these two families in Western New York who are, you know, dealing with this unimaginable, you know, fear. So best of luck to Meredith. She'll be in Pittsburgh for another few weeks as her body hopefully accepts this liver and she continues to recover and be strong enough to come back here to Western New York. But just an amazing story to see so many people also, Patrick. And I had somebody reach out to me and say, can you give me the information so I can sign up to see if I'm a match for Meredith? This was last week. And he said, I don't know Meredith, but I know that if my daughter needed an organ, I would want strangers to come forward and see if they could be a match also. So I want to do the same for her. And so that is just, you know, the most generous thing that you can do is give a piece of yourself for someone else. And so it was really lovely to see, and really wonderful people in this community, for sure. Okay.
Very nice.
Okay.
That was a lot.
I know.
You just talked for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, and I lost you about a minute
I was
in.
reading what I was thoroughly involved.
Do you want to take the next slide? Do you want to say something?
And before and after Sunday's big win over the Bucks, Josh Allen continued his season-long tradition of rocking a new hat supporting Oshai Children's Hospital that was designed by 6-year-old twin brothers Max and Ben. They spent the first 56 days of their lives at the hospital's NICU after being born at just 30 weeks, but are now both energetic kids who love sports in the Bills, and that hat will be auctioned off tomorrow. So far, Oshai has raised more than $56,000 for the Patricia Allen Fund.
Right. So this hat right now, good job, by the way, is going for $6,500. Really great hat. It's awesome to see Josh wearing the hats, rocking them as he's going in the tunnel for the home games and then afterwards when he's doing his post-game interviews. And so you can find that hat and bid on it if you'd like. All of that money going to Oshai Children's Hospital. Really awesome to see Josh give back in that way. Also, as I still love that video of the director of illustration and how funny he is. But that design is what he drew when they said, when he first got here, draw a Bills logo. And it looked like a potato with the thing.
I mean, it was kindergarten material, but hey, look at it.
Yeah. And before we go, we do have some breaking news. Actually, Jamestown police are asking people to avoid Fletcher School until further notice. They say that officers are on the scene of a car accident and Cole Avenue will be closed for several hours. We don't know the extent of the victim's injuries or what exactly happened, but we do have a crew on the way to the scene in Jamestown. Again, Fletcher School, you should stay away so crews can attend to that accident there. We'll have the latest on Channel 2 News midday at 11 a.m. Bye, everybody.